Ba-ba-ba-ba! This is Papa Zero, and today I got another beautiful build ready for you. Today is a special day, for me at least, because never have I ever been so lucky with my Crucible furnaces before. Yup, I got the reduced skill effect duration Crucible node on the 4th try on the Black Cane Royal Scepter, which grants Phantasmal Might when one gets Phantasmals. As soon as I saw that node on the scepter, I rejoiced, but I knew I had a long road ahead of me. I contemplated long and hard which route I wanted to go. Templar with crit, or perhaps Chieftain using fire to vanquish my foes. Nay, it just made sense to go poison for the 18th build in a row. Matter of fact, I scheduled a court hearing for next Sunday, and when I stand in front of that judge, and I plead my case with conviction to change my name to Papa Poison, the judge will be confused because it's not their department. Matter of fact, it's a speeding ticket hearing. He'll be real confused, just like my foes are when the backlash wave is coming at them. Probably a bit of an obscure reference, but it sounded better than saying multiple vortex tornado, which a search engine gave me for multiple tornadoes. Anyway, nevertheless, 97% of my builds I make are, poison based. But can you blame me? Poison is so good. Come on, Papa P. Let's see some originality and non-poisonality. Okay. I promise to make at least one non-poison build out of the next 24 I make. So believe it or not, the damage for the Twister came together rather well. At least in my opinion. I'm utilizing another elegant hubris jewel, and I have spiritual aid anointment. Great way to scale damage. However, the single target I struggled with a little bit. I tested quite a few things to see what made the most sense and had the most-ish damage. I initially used Cyclone with cast while channeling Voltaxic Burst, which made sense to me at the time when I POB'd it. Because of my skill effect duration being so low, basically non-existent, the explosions would essentially happen immediately. So it was fun not having to wait for a charge up, but the damage wasn't great. So then I tried a whole bunch of things, from 6-linked Herald of Agony, to Val BV, to Reap, to Impending Doom. All of them felt a bit flat until I tried the Tornado. To me, it felt the best. That's why I'm using it. If you do end up making this build, play around, test, see what you like. Maybe there's another physical-based skill that will treat you better. Also, as you have already gathered from the video, it's not exactly a walking simulator. I do cast Despair quite often, partly because I invested a bit into the cursed effect, and they add a lot of damage, but also it keeps me engaged while playing. Defensively, I went with the old lightning coil I already had 6-linked. I stole it from some build I made a while back, Garfield one I think. I'm also running Purity of Lightning and have total of 80% lightning resistance. I also have about 24k of evasion without flasks up. Even though I'm showing off Guardian maps, I wouldn't particularly recommend bossing with this build. I just made it for fun, and because I've been wanting to make a Twister build for like 3 leagues now, with Crucible nodes, it's more than possible. It's quite easy. Getting the node on the scepter I have might be a pain in the butt, but there are so many ways to build a Twister build. It shouldn't be a problem for you. As long as you got the skill effect duration reduced to almost 0, you can make a Twister build. Alright, let's go over the gear. Black Cane, bam! The node right here, self-microwave, nice. The Twister Helm and my links. Since we have very low skill effect duration, the increased duration support gem is a must. Matter of fact, I had to put the increased skill effect duration into my Despair Curse setup and my Tornado setup, so they last more than a split second. Nothing too special about my series Reflection, only has a nice life node, that's about it. Very important, and dare I say, necessary jewelry piece number 1, jewelry piece number 2 with cannot be bleedithed, and number 3 cannot be poisonedithed. Lightning coil, temp chains, embalmer, mediocre leather belt I bought for few chaos that has the aspect of Avion to trigger our twisters, and fugitive boots I used before with resistances. Here are the defensive stats and my flasks. Note that my life flask has an ignite removal because I have a jewel that provides me with corrupted blood immunity, so the only dot damage I am afraid of is, yep, ignite. Oh yeah, and I was playing around with Rumi's and Quartz Flask instead of the Topaz Flask, but to me, the Topaz Flask felt the best defensive-wise, so that's why I'm using it. Here's the Elegant Hubris Jewel. I snag myself a physical damage node, a minion node, another minion node, and some cold resistances. Defensively, I also have the Watcher's Eye with life gain on hit, and I'm running a level 1 Vitality, and everything else fairly standard. But again, getting the skill effect duration down to almost 0 is very important. So that is why this cluster right here is necessary, at least in my setup. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time with another beautiful build. Which made sense to me at the time when I POB'd it.